Hello everyone and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are continuing our Thrawn Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.2 preview playthrough as the Galactic Empire, or Imperial Remnant, on the Operation Shadow Hand campaign. So in the last episode we were getting through a lot of our Conquest of the Core here, so today we're going to go for Kuat and Corellia, and then we'll start reinforcing some of our northern worlds here in the Outer Rim, in the Penastar Alignment area. So what we are going to do first, I think, is get this fleet over to Kuat. And then I think, yeah, we'll take this same fleet in through Corellia. We'll start building up some ground units as well. So maybe we'll do that first, just while we're paused here. Let's see if there's anywhere we can build up anything good. I guess we'll go to Hakasi. And Fondor we do have some stuff on. Let's get that built up. And Advanced Vehicle Factory. So we will
construction complete.
Go over here. Let's see. Oh, now that we're looking at the graveyard here.
Tactical battle imminent.
Ooh, that's... Well, how big is our fleet? Okay, so... Oh, wow, 1 ISD. This will probably not go well for us. MTCs are kind of useless still. But while I'm looking here at the graveyard, we did actually replace the asteroid models in the game, so we'll be able to show you them off here, because they're on pretty much every map, so we should be able to see them here. But we just sort of tried to update the models a bit, make them a bit less grainy, or the textures a bit less grainy, and sort of bring them into line with the art style of the mod in general. So we'll just try to find some and show them off. There are some other map assets that I want to redo. Like, I want to get a lot more of the better sky domes, and then some new planet models, and try to just work on the aesthetic of the space environments in general. Ooh, this could be useful.
Bomber standing by.
Star Destroyer standing by.
Let's pull off to the side down here. So where's the asteroid map?
Enemy forces ahead.
Nowhere. Cool. The one thing I wanted to show. Okay, so hopefully we'll see someone invading Kuat or something. I thought they were pretty much ubiquitous in the MAD. Well, we'll see if this raid fleet will help us against this New Republic fleet.
Gunship reporting.
Because on our own, I don't think we'll be able to beat this.
Weapons ready. Navigating to coordinates.
I really do want to do something different with the MTCs than they currently have. But I don't know if we'll be able to do that in this build.
Bomber squadron reporting.
They have so many capital ships. How many do they have? So it looks like, what, 4 MC-80Bs, a Home 1 type, and an MC-90?
Yes, sir.
Davis was also going through and trying to do some updates to some of the Mon Calamari models. Those as well, I think, are probably going to be 2.3 if they get done instead of 2.2. Because we only got like 3 or 4 models that we're still redoing for, or we're still working on for 2.2, and we do want to get it out sooner than later, as I keep saying. But, ooh, wow. They came in... Oh, I guess this deck, they're technically the attacking position. So let's turn around. Let's get right like that. Thank you, random warlord. I guess this would be technically based on the Penastar Alignment roster. There are some GCs where I want to disable the raid fleets. Probably the Thrawn campaign and Shadow Hand, actually. Let's just try. But for now, let's take advantage of it.
Our shields are down. Our engines are gone, sir. We've lost our turbo lasers. Attack commencing.
If we can just take out a couple of these Mon Calamari ships and then leave, I wouldn't be too upset with that. But it looks like the raid fleet isn't going to do as much as I was hoping, because their fleet is still bigger than... Or not necessarily bigger, but it has much better ships than our fleet. Like, we have too many anti-fighters, and like we have a 2 strike cruisers, ISD,
The launch bay
and
is
we had a
gone.
VSD. Yeah,
Our
here we
turbo
go.
laser battery
And that's really
has
our
been
only good
disabled.
ships here. Plus we have no asteroids to help us, for me to
Our
focus on
launch
it
bay has been
instead.
destroyed.
The lighting on this map's kind of weird too.
We've lost our turbo lasers. Commander. Reporting in. Ready for duty. Direct fire at their laser cannons.
I'd like to default the MTCs to a lower Z layer. Like,
Our
probably not the
engines are
best to
gone,
have
sir.
like the ugliest ship front and center. Okay, you guys are not being optimal. They're starting to come up to
The
us.
launch bay is gone.
Roger that.
Alright,
Roger that.
I guess...
Bombs away.
No, you're supposed to fight each other, not me.
Form up. Heading to destination.
I can see this ending really badly for us.
Prepare for jump to hyperspace.
This is unfortunate, but I don't want to lose this ISD.
Commander, they're hitting us.
I still don't want to lose this ISD. Okay. There we go. So we took out a couple of their fish tanks. Two of the really good ones. And we only lost some anti-fighters and some MTC. So that could be worse. Especially when we have this. So let's use this. See if we can get Palpatine in there. They might remove that fleet before it gets anywhere. So let's...
Construction complete.
Nope. Go in to Kuwat.
Moving to
Like, this is
coordinates.
still the base game model for the asteroids. Is this... You've got to be kidding me. This one has no asteroids either. I think Kuwat doesn't have them by design because we figured around the major shipyard they probably would do a better job clearing it out. But I don't think there's more than like 5 maps in the mod that don't have asteroids at all. That is some great luck.
Batteries ready.
Okay, so unless Corellia doesn't have them either, then
Choose your
this is really
reinforcements.
unfortunate. But this shouldn't be too hard of a battle. We got the Praetor.
Reinforcements cancelled.
We do have an immobilizer. Someone did request a name for that. I haven't put the name in yet because I got it like right before I got the build ready for recording. Today we are putting up the first test build for our internal testing team. So we're trying to start testing a lot earlier than we normally would, just so that we can make sure that 2.2 is as stable as possible because of how much we're changing. So we're going to be expanding that team as we go. Like, we're starting with just 3 to the GCs that are ready, and then I'm going to try to get like 3 or 4 GCs on top of that ready every week. So hopefully we'll be able to have the mod done in a reasonable amount of time. So I really do want to get 2.2 in everyone's hands. There were a few questions on one of the last videos about whether I had intended to like make everyone sit through a preview of every GC in the mod before releasing, and I just want to stress that me doing these preview series is just supposed to show off the development of the mod while it's happening. That I have like, there's absolutely no intention to delay the mod because of it. It's really just, I'm going to be playing to test the mod anyways, and this lets me do it in a way that sort of shows off what we're working on, talks about what goes into working on the mod, that kind of thing. So like, we could, if we were to finish the mod in like the middle of this playthrough, then we would still release the mod right away. We wouldn't delay it like that. That's not what we're doing here. But so yeah, I just want to reassure everyone, like, there's no, like, I don't want people playing 2.1 or old builds any longer than they absolutely have to.
Heading to destination.
Let's see if we can get our Interdictor in here as well. But yeah, so this the Dominator or Interdictor Star Destroyer model, it does need to be redone. That's another one that's, a lot of the Imperial ships are kind of on the list for the next version that we weren't able to get to here. So Carracks, Lancers, Dominator, Strike Cruiser. I would like to do them for 2.3, especially the ones that are crossing over into Fall of the Republic as well. So like the Carrack and the Dreadnought especially. They would be nice to get redone sooner than later. But that goes for a lot of ground units as well.
Your command, sir.
Right, so Kuwat, we should be good with.
Cover me now. Unable to shake them.
Here, Tyrant's Bane, yes. Shonen, Wraith, and we. Oh, that's for Lena.
Finish him.
Awaiting your
And we
command.
have Icy Death. So most of these ships are named. We have Hood over here, I think. Okay. So that should be good
On
there.
my way.
Beginning
Upgrade
construction.
that so we don't end up losing it. And is this the
Shuttle en route.
Kuwat map we made, or is this a base game Kuwat map? Yes, this is our Kuwat map. Okay, so it's slightly bigger. I did figure out what was going on with the weird tank textures on some of the urban planets, or rather, Sloaney found it. It was a texture named None that's used on some urban planets, which for some reason we had renamed the repulsor tank texture to None. I have no idea why we would have done that, but apparently we did. So it's fixed now,
Can I help?
but
Right.
it's a unit that's I don't think even used in the mod anymore. It was used in some of the early releases, and we wanted to use that tank line for some extra units for the Warlords in 2.2, but and we're still considering that as an option for 2.3 to add some more diversity to the ground units. But as far as anything that we redo in the immediate future, as far as for ground units,
Right
it's
away.
more on some of the worst assets that are already in use, and maybe even paring down the units a little bit, so that we're not using a bunch of terrible unit rosters that don't fit together as well. We'd rather up the quality on those and then expand it afterwards if we have the resources to do that.
Yes.
Because we're trying to do as much as we can to improve the mod
Can I assist you?
in 2.2
On the move.
and like try to up the minimum quality as well as moving up the maximum quality, so that it's not so inconsistent all over the place.
Going there now. Where do you need me? All right. Okay.
But so yeah, hopefully that's something that we'll be able to do
This way.
moving forward. Like, I'd love to get the mod out
Over
by
there.
Christmas, but again, nothing we say like that can be taken as a solid release date, just because there's so much that can change,
I'm here.
We
and
secured a
we're
landing
doing our
zone.
best to make that happen.
There they are.
Choose your
Yeah, like-
reinforcements.
Could be before, after, but yeah, it's just,
Moving out.
it all depends on so many different
Inputting
factors, it's really
coordinates.
impossible to say.
Reinforcement point contested.
I didn't nerf those grenades yet, which is unfortunate.
Will do.
That'll probably have to be the first thing I do. I'm gonna write it down on my
Can do.
whiteboard. Otherwise, I'll forget until I happen to do it again. There.
Reporting.
Alright, let's get up to the bridge,
Station set. Right behind you.
and let's drop Cedrus and some tank
Reinforcements en
droids,
route.
On my way.
DSTs, and some
Advancing.
more of these troopers.
Proceeding to target. On my way, sir.
Secondary position.
Like this model here. This model needs to be redone, and not be made
Target
apparently
acquired.
magnetic for
Moving to
cliffs.
secondary position.
Commencing attack.
Sensor node constructing.
Yes, sir. Engaging enemy.
There we go.
Support
Scouting.
order acknowledged.
Yes.
Alright, let's send the AT-AT over first. And...
Construction complete.
okay, they only had a barracks here.
Ready.
So our bombing run should be able to take
Walker
care of
moving
that too. I like a lot of what went into this map. Some of it's a bit too close to the edge, so the camera gets a little wonky.
Bombing run available.
Kwai was really good at making these bridges. You can't actually have
Awaiting orders.
2 levels of terrain like this. So this bridge, the way it works in the map editor, if you could, you sort of have to paint the edges away. So this is just a hole texture over a flat surface, or under a flat surface on some walls. These are actually walls. And then you have to model in a bunch of props. And Kwai was always pretty good at making the particles fit pretty well. Like, you can obviously tell it's pretty different from what's around it, but it works about as well as you can get.
As you wish, General. Weapons
Support
are.
order acknowledged.
Empire at War,
Right away. Walker moving to attack.
mountains and bridges and stuff to work.
Ready to go.
Fire.
Spread out, men. On my way.
Target acquired.
Alright, so we got Kuat. Hopefully there will be asteroids on Corellia.
System conquered. Enemy fleet approaching.
Brilliant. Ooh.
Tactical battle imminent.
Oh, they're doing a planetary battle. Okay, there's nothing we can really do about that.
Reporting.
Let's see if we can actually build up... Hold on.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, so they only have that there, but I do want to take a second, just sit right there,
Building
build
started.
up our infrastructure in Bel Air.
Constructing. Building started. Training troops. Building under construction.
Wherever we can, because we can't build any more mines on a lot of these a lot of these planets. Unless there's something of high value that we're not using yet. Jameis is pretty good, but I don't want to... So, I guess let's switch that to Jameis. Oh no, that's paying 165 because of the ships there.
Constructing.
So that was probably pointless. I didn't see the minus symbol. Alright, so we won't see any asteroids here because it's the same place, but we should be able to kill some fish tanks.
Choose your reinforcements.
I think that's the Imperial Allegiance. It's not going to be the one that has the
Enemy
name,
is approaching.
but either way.
Navigating to coordinates.
Ahead full. We're moving out.
The named one is in the other fleet.
They will be taken care of.
There.
Your command, sir.
Choose your reinforcements.
Commander.
Heading out, sir.
By my will.
A lot of lights on the Allegiance.
You shall
Awaiting your command. Commencing attack.
Right.
Enemy
So that wasn't their whole fleet. That would have been a nice get for us if we'd been able to destroy that entire fleet. But let's combine. No, let's send these guys up here.
Move out.
Nope, I want you to stay there.
Beginning
Make sure we're building up as much as we can on these worlds
Building
still.
under construction. Building under construction.
And
Constructing.
guess we'll do that. You don't want to invade there just yet. So let's get our main fleet over here
Construction complete.
to go in on
We shall be
Corellia.
there shortly.
Oh, and we do need to build our other world devastator, the
Constructing.
Wabajack.
Construction complete.
I think that's one of the patron requested
Tactical
names
battle imminent.
from Andrew. I believe it's a thing in... Is that from Elder Scrolls? I don't know. A wand thingy? Unless it's from something else and it was just in Elder Scrolls. I don't know. There we go. There's asteroids. This asteroid feels a little thick, but... Some of the animations are a little messed up right now. You can see some of them were flipping there. But, I think it matches the art style of the model a
Choose
little
your
better.
reinforcements.
Just jump in there so we can
Moving.
see them without the fog of war as much. But yeah, so you can see it's a bit more than the art style of the newer stuff in the mod.
Choose your reinforcements.
So let's
Positioning. Setting course.
go in here. No particularly large
Right
fleet
away.
sections in this map
Moving out.
either.
En route. Proceeding.
Alright,
Reporting in.
Wraith's doing its work there.
Position. Attack formation. Watch your back.
Roger that.
Take
The
care of this.
lasers are our target.
This map will need another background.
Setting.
A lot of part of what we did was actually strip out some of the old ones, so it's no longer. So for some of the maps, it actually just won't show up until we go back through and change the settings manually. Got a Haven fleet to deal with here, but we should. Oh, that's unfortunate for
Take
that
out the
Lancer.
iron cannons.
And this part of the fleet. Ooh, this is dangerous. But, what was I saying?
They're coming in quick.
Okay, yes. So, the map editor is actually not working right now. I have to get it installed on my GOG version of the game.
Enemy ships.
But, I got through, I think, all the maps starting with B. And then I stopped, because we do need to change some stuff with the markers as well. And I didn't want to do it while we still would have needed to
We're
add
moving
more
out.
marker types
Our
to the
target
maps.
priority is the laser cannons.
For stuff like raid fleets or
Our primary
any other
target
events
is
that we
those
want to
iron
do.
cannons.
Because it's so tedious to modify 140 maps, like open, do the modifications, save 140 times.
Interceptors.
So I wanted to make sure I could do it all at once. I was really hoping to bring in an interdictor and stop this from happening.
Iron cannons.
Oh well. Okay, so this should be the well, this is the entirety of the core.
Cleared for departure.
That'll be ours, and then we can work on expanding out into, or securing the rest of the galaxy. So we can get like Nikizor, Ord Mantell, Brillian, Cernpidal, sort of get all that back, and we can
Construction complete.
make our way through some of these territories. There's not as clear a path as some of the other GCs, which I kind of like, have some variety in there. Like some of them are sectioned off a lot more.
Arrival imminent.
Is this the base map? Yes, okay.
Construction
This will
complete.
be a bit quicker. We
Construction
don't have any air
complete.
units right now. I'm still thinking about what we could do for a good air unit for them. We might even just go back with the Lancet. But we'll see.
Ready.
Alright. There are some build pads back
Choose
here.
your reinforcements.
Destination is acknowledged.
Reinforcements en route.
We're still in abuse the build pad mode.
Moving out.
Reinforcements en route. Sensor node
Yes, sir.
constructing.
Awaiting your orders.
Start walking up there.
Enemy
Construction
unit sighted.
complete.
Well, that reveals the entire map. A lot more than I'd like.
Roger. Squad, move out.
There are Plex troopers in this, which makes me scared.
Reporting in. Right away, sir. Squad, advance. Avoiding fire! Roger that. Move out.
There are a lot of changes that we want to make to the AI. We've made a bunch in 2.2 already,
Right
but
away.
there are a lot more we'll probably end up making in 2.3. Because apparently, if you put everything in a MIG file, you can overwrite the AI without messing with a bunch of other mods, which is much better. Bob from, or Evil Bob the Bob from Phoenix Rising showed me that. So, because that was the thing that always stopped us from wanting to do it. It is because it would be a lot of pain for people to install, and then you'd have more conflicts with other mods, and now we can do that without having any issues, like the problems that Republic at War causes. But, yeah. So we should be able to have a bit more control over
Reporting.
what they build,
Moving
some of the
to
other
that
stuff
area,
they do
sir.
with their units,
Your
which would be
orders,
nice.
Commander?
Order acknowledged.
But again, we don't want to like overcommit
Heading
for 2.2, which has
Target
already
confirmed.
taken so long. So that'll be something that we aren't really starting
I am
until
ready.
Another version.
Acknowledged. Excellent suggestion.
Yes, Commander.
Unit destroyed.
Order, sir. Advance.
Okay. Cedrus is still fine. This should be the last of their forces here.
Reporting.
We've been attacked by a few of their vehicle columns, but I don't know why they haven't kept any to defend their planets. No, sorry, my bad. I shouldn't have interrupted that.
Available.
There were a few battles where we got attacked with the T4Bs and the T2Bs, but we haven't seen them on any that are defending yet. Oh, there were a few on Coruscant, actually, never mind. Seem to be more interested in attacking
System
us.
Conquered. Beginning construction. Constructing.
So this will probably be a border for a while, so we'll leave it. Corellia is such a valuable planet. I kind of want to... No, we'll build Golans here. More responsible. I want to build Golans at Fondor and Corellia. And we'll also build enough ground units so that they don't want to raid us. Do you have anything supporting you? Yes, you do. That's going to be a loss for us.
Heading up.
Construction complete.
Oh, I didn't put a Pathfinder back.
Tactical battle imminent.
Brilliant. Did I just send these units over here? Shouldn't have done that. Alright, so we'll just retreat. And I kind of want to move Palpatine's force to a different place. Because soon we'll be able to have our main fleet go up from the graveyard to Chazwa. At which point we'll be able to
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
cut off anything going to Nikifzor, and we won't need a fleet there. I'm not sure if it's the models that are too dense or if it's just these asteroid fields were spammed on the map, so they're denser on the map.
Engines to full. Moving.
I kind of want to try to take out that MC-80. But I don't think we'll be able to. We need at least a VSD-2 in here. And then when we're trying to retreat, the MC-90 would wreck us. We won't do that. Alright. Sorry, I'm trying to plan a trip for next week, but I need to go back up to my apartment and get stuff. And the person I'm going with, we're trying to figure out how we can actually make this work.
Construction
Star
complete.
Destroyer reporting in.
Alright, sorry about that. So,
Construction complete.
that's going to be okay. Let's move these guys in there. We have the graveyard back, so they did leave. Let's get out of there. Let's move some of these over.
Coming about.
And let's go straight in for Chazwa, I think. So it doesn't matter that we didn't have one.
Tactical battle imminent.
Ooh. This could be bad. Okay, 8 capital ships against... We only have technically 2 capital ships. Ooh, 10. Never mind. This is scary. Right, if we can use the super laser right away on one of the bigger
Inbound.
ones, we can probably destroy 2 with the super laser in the space of this, or in the time of this battle.
No one commands me.
Which is better? I think the MC-90s are better. Let's get these up a bit farther. Let's try to get the Eclipse up a bit more as well.
Roger that. Attack position.
Order, sir. For the Empire.
Form up. Direct all fire on the shield generator. I copy. Full speed. Move out. Fire at will.
Pursuing
Weapons
enemy forces.
ready. Attacking.
Okay, nope, you're gonna just turn there and fire at whatever you fire at.
Very well.
Go after them, Commander. They're hitting us.
When I am ready.
Get behind
There.
them.
Star Destroyer standing by.
Enemies in range. Regroup. I'm hit.
Get the TIE droids going after bombers.
Great disturbance in the
Star Destroyer reporting in.
I have them now.
Yes, Commander.
We have a new enemy. Course set.
Do we have a new enemy?
Primary engine system is
I
down.
feel like these are the same guys you've really been fighting for decades.
Our launch bay has been destroyed.
Part of the problem is it's trying to turn
I'm in command.
in a way that won't make it collide with the Allegiance. We kind of need to shove the SSDs down on a lower
Destroyed our
level.
ion cannons. Our engines are gone, sir. The launch bay is
Luckily, they don't have that many fighters, because the SSDs are really weak to bombers. And they brought in a bunch of capital ships against the Eclipse, which is a terrible, terrible idea that no one should ever do.
direct fire.
But they did it. So, good for them.
We've lost our turbo lasers.
As long as we keep their bombers away from
Copy.
the Eclipse, because like they did take out a third of the shields.
Command, sir.
If they had like 10 Quasars with this capital ship force,
Shields are being deactivated.
they pretty much guaranteed to
Commander.
Reporting.
take that out. You have the engine hardpoints now, so we can't just
Reporting in.
get away for nothing.
Lasers are our
All the SSDs have engine hardpoints right now. We still need to work on potentially adding a few bones for some of the
I am ready.
for some of them, just so they have somewhere else to put. We want to have like 2 or 3 engine hardpoints per ship for the larger ships,
Yes, sir.
rather than just the one on the Eclipse like this.
By my will.
They're still getting a lot done.
Form up. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
You know what? Let's leave that for now. Let's get
Engines activated.
make sure we're getting all the X-wings and all the fighters down.
One commands.
Gonna start losing hard points now.
No one survives.
Increase the flank.
This is gonna be closer than I thought or liked.
Fire for maximum
Destroyer
effect.
here. Got him. I've got him. Squad, move in. Intercepting. I'm losing. Eliminating target. I'm on them. Stay in formation.
Advancing on target. What?
No way.
We're not even gonna get a second one,
Falling out of formation.
second shot from the
Commencing.
Draw that fire.
super laser, are we?
Crush the rebellion.
Alright. Stop rotating there, you're probably okay.
Yes, sir. I have the target in sight. Bomber targeting.
For those B-wings.
There is
Well, I guess the
disturbance in the fall.
shield's down, so it doesn't really matter.
I copy.
We have a new
Reporting.
enemy.
We shall
Let's get
be
the Allegiance forward.
Yes. I bring darkness.
There we go. Start tilting so you'll be able to shoot more of the MC-80s and
Star
90s and
Destroyer reporting in.
other numbers.
Ready. I am in command. Target locked.
Yes, Commander.
Attack formation.
Attack.
I got it. Go after the stragglers.
Fire. The lasers are our target.
Alright, we're getting
Our
there.
target priority is the laser cannons. Our primary
We'll
target
swap
is
to the
those
MC-90 before it gets any shields back.
What do you want?
We should be good, because if we have to, we can just super laser. Yeah, we'll use the super laser on that one. We'll get the other one down. That thing's gonna be okay. Let's
Take out the iron cannons.
get the Allegiance to take care of that, just so it burns through the shields before we have to go through them all again.
Sir, I'm taking fire. Target the lasers. Commander, they're hitting us. Where'd he go?
Awaiting your orders. Open fire. Our primary target is those iron cannons.
Okay.
The dark side is strong.
Not the prettiest map for this to happen on, but still.
Taking him out.
Awaiting your command.
Get behind
Attack
them.
that target.
Like, I always hope that the larger battles will happen on some of the prettier maps, which is why I do want to make more of the maps pretty.
Squadron here.
Retreat aborted.
Your command,
Oh,
sir. The
so close.
lasers are our target.
Alright, let's let the Allegiance get over
Right
there.
away.
It's this light. That light needs to stop. 'Cause otherwise, it's not too bad. Just the lighting on it.
The enemy has been defeated.
We are victorious. So we had a lot of losses there. A whole lot of losses. We lost that entire fleet. But that was a lot of their forces as well. So let's see if we're ready to go in at Chazwa. Yeah, we do have a Pathfinder, so let's go into
Construction
Chazwa.
complete.
And we'll be able to
Construction complete.
sneak back and grab Nakiv Zor.
Construction complete.
Did we get a trade station?
Tactical
No, I don't think we got a
battle
trade station there. That is some weird spacing. Okay. See, like right now the planets tend to stand out more than we'd like.
All gun crews report in.
Choose your reinforcements.
They don't really have much here, so we should be able to handle this.
Moving out.
Let's move out.
Jump
Let's go.
in,
Incoming! Right away.
straight in,
Moving to coordinates.
and
Course plotted.
All ahead.
we're good.
Commander.
It's really just the, oh, we do have this assault
Reporting in.
frigate.
Attacking
Never mind.
target. Moving out.
And I do want to check the military graph after this
Fire
as
at
well.
will. Roger that. Form up. Heading out. Destroyer
Falling
here.
out formation.
Copy.
I'm
Our target.
not sure what
priority
else
is the
I'm
laser.
gonna try to get. I think
I copy.
a lot of the work for
All
this
out.
GC is done for
We
now.
are
I do need to
victorious.
put in the story scripting for the breakup event that can happen in this. So,
Retreat
faction schism
avoided.
event actually is what we usually call it, I think. But where if you lose Palpatine, some of your territory will break off and become Warlord territory again. So Kane would take back parts of the Pentastar alignment. He'd have his own, or not Kane, but the Pentastar alignment would go over there. There'd be some Pterodox stuff happening in his area. We'd sort of portion it out depending on the territory they have. If you control certain planets, then some of the factions would re-merge, and you'd end up playing with Karnor Jax. So it's basically like, if you lose Palpatine, you have made a large mistake somewhere, and it sort of resets a lot of the GC, the Empire fragments, like it did after Endor, and you sort of have to play through either rebuilding it
All are ready.
or losing terribly, maybe.
Constructing.
It puts an extra risk in using the SSDs, because like you saw with that battle, if they'd had a different fleet composition, then the Eclipse could have been in some not great
All are
health.
ready.
That was a terrible way to say that. It could have been in trouble.
Invasion commencing.
So we'll probably do this battle, and then that'll be it for this episode, and we'll be back on Sunday with the next one.
Awaiting orders.
So this is another map that I like aesthetically, but because of the actual heights used for stuff, the game tends to get the actual surface confused with water. Because the mini-maps are generated automatically by the game based on how high stuff is, and this map you have the water level like right there.
Let's move out.
So I'd like to actually go into this one and bring the water down a little bit,
Let's go.
and hopefully that'll
Keep going.
change some stuff there. I don't know if it's just that the terrain for the water is pretty much the
secured a
same height
landing
either, though,
zone.
which would be a bit more annoying to fix.
This way.
I'm not 100% sure how
Over
that
there.
works.
Choose your reinforcements.
I know
Moving
the
out.
base is over here. I'd rather that this landing zone were right here.
Advancing.
I don't know why you'd want to go over here.
secured a landing zone.
Right away, sir. Squad, advance.
I think,
We've come
yeah,
across
this is
enemy units.
one of the ones where it tends to be, I think it's all 10.
Move out.
All the landing zones are 10. I wasn't paying attention when we got here.
Right away.
Choose
We're gonna
your
need to deal with them.
reinforcements.
So, Cedrus.
Moving to that area, sir.
Maybe we'll drop some stormtroopers for him.
Reinforcement
Heading out.
point contested.
Yeah, I hope that worked out well for
Secured a
you.
landing zone.
Fallout troops.
Choose your
We'll drop
reinforcements.
Veers in here.
Distance calculated.
We'll drop a tank droid in here with some more
Moving out.
infantry, just to make sure that we end up
Yes, sir.
in a place where we want to be. Because I don't know if there's a sensor on this map.
Let's go.
I want to cover as much territory as we
What
can.
is your order?
Is there a base down here, or is it maybe even in here? That might... Oh. Okay.
As you command. Destination is acknowledged.
Roger.
Alright, so hopefully there aren't too many infantry running around in like this area. This is an infantry-only path, I think? No. That doesn't go anywhere.
Bombing run available.
Keep going.
Gotta be something in there. I want to see what's down there.
We've captured an abandoned
This
turbo
way.
laser tower.
Over there.
Ooh, there is a sensor array here. Enceladus put a lot more of the capturable stuff on his maps than I did on mine. See, this would have been annoying to find.
Yes, Commander.
Squad, move out.
Alright.
We've lost the abandoned turbo laser tower.
That's unfortunate.
Bombardment available.
This is going to be unfortunate for them. How defended is that? There we go.
Defeated.
Okay, oh, Cedrus is here.
System conquered.
So like I said, that's going to do it for today's episode, so thank you so much for watching, everyone. In the next episode, we will try to make our way out into this area a bit more, and we'll see if any of their ground bases have been upgraded anywhere, because it doesn't look like they've been doing that as much. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, here are some more videos you may enjoy. Also, please consider becoming a subscriber, leaving a like, a comment, or becoming a patron on Patreon today. Your support is what keeps the channel going and is greatly appreciated.